Welcome back, everyone, to week 8 of Sportsfellas.
What's up? It's your Buckeye Believin'. Who they hopeful? Captain Chris of the K.
Yo, Jayhawk Rockin' representing the Raider Nation. Big dog.
This is your Rocky Mountain High Roll Tide Hook'em Horns, Mauling Nittany Lions. Last but not least, the authentic Tomahawk Chop Seminole Nation. Ooh. And number one power quacking Oregon Ducks fan here is your host, Carlos. Guys, we're going to talk about college game day of the week. We're going to talk about Chuck's Dugout World Series edition. Also, Chris's fantasy football lineup, DDK, as known as well as DDK. I keep saying Chris, but it's actually DDK. Sorry, Chris, we got to take the name out.
Yeah.
Driz and Lowe's players of the week in the I don't know, in the quiet pillow football talk, and the last word of dawn. All right, before we dive in, let's take a quick pause and thank our following sponsors.
Hey guys, why don't you check out She Barber Cuts Barbershop and give Markeisha Brown, the licensed professional barber there, a call at 316-218-3566 for all your haircut needs. She's got cuts for kids, adults, and for those looking for the good one, the deluxe with beard trims, wash, and hot towels. So don't forget to give Markeisha a call at She Barber Cuts and see her at 2319 North Ridge, Barber Suite 6A here in Wichita, Kansas.
College game day of the week. We have the Sunflower Showdown. We have Don's team, the Kansas Jayhawks, going against the Kansas State Wildcats. Chris, who are you taking?
I got to go the Wildcats here. They've just got a little bit more togetherness. I'm actually a more KU fan. I'm not having a lot of faith this year. It's kind of gone sideways on them, I think. So I'm going to go with K-State.
You got to be like George Michael. You got to have a little faith.
'Cause I gotta have faith. I gotta have faith. Because I gotta have
I'm putting all my faith into the other places right now.
Hey, I'm walking with my Jayhawks right now. Hey, coming off that win, it's a Sunflower Showdown. You know, they always play each other tough. So I believe KU's going to pull out, the victory.
You know what, Don? I'm with you, man. Let's go KU. Let's just go KU. I'm just going to roll with you, Don. All right, let's move on over to Chuck's Dugout World Series edition. We are finally here. We have the Los Angeles Dodgers going against the New York Yankees. Game 1 on Friday. Chris, who are you taking for the series and who are you taking game 1?
For series, I think it's going to be the Dodgers. I think their bullpen just got a little bit more on it. It's going to be great to see Ohtani in where in games. It's been great seeing him in games that matter. And then finally, the best player in the game playing in the biggest games. So anyway, I've got LA. I don't know if it's going to be a sweep, but I think they're going to get it pretty quick. So I'm going to have them go ahead and win the first game too.
I'm also going to roll with the Dodgers. Compared to the two series, the National League Championship Series and American League, the Dodgers seem to their bats be on fire compared to what the Yankees were against, in their series. So I think I'm going to go with the Dodgers on this one.
I'm going to go with the Dodgers. It's just as simple as that. Oh, rest in peace to Valenzuela. He just passed away. So one of the great pitchers. Won in the World Series of the 80s for the Dodgers. So there's going to be a lot of heart going into this. And the Dodgers are just primed, ready to play. I had these two going at it, so I called it. And, hey, I was right, even though I'm not the Yankees. But, oh, well, it is what it is. Let it be a great series, but I'm taking the Dodgers in 6. Let's move on over to the DDK Fantasy Football lineup. Chris, who should you put in your lineup?
Let's go offensive side this time. First, pretty well-known name, probably going to be playing him if you have him. But Breece Hall, I think he's starting to really round into form now, get some scores going up against New England defense that has some get to be had. So I'm going to go Breece Hall on the running back side. And just throw out something if you're dealing with maybe tight end bye weeks or so. Look at Cade Otton down in Tampa Bay. He's actually been performing pretty well. He's been kind of a security blanket for Baker Mayfield. So I would look at them, and I believe who they are playing this week. He's got a beneficial lineup going. So,
hey, offense, I'm going to have to go with Russell Wilson against the Giants this week because after what he did to that New York Jets team, it seems like he hasn't lost a step. And defensively, if you're looking for defense, I just picked the Denver defense against Carolina because right now Carolina just isn't getting it going right now.
That was going to be my pick on defense too. I realized I didn't pick, but yeah, Broncos. You can probably get them most leagues, but yeah,
That's what I was going to go for. Offensively, I'm going to go pick Gibbs from the Detroit Lions. He's right now. He ran all over that Minnesota defense. Minnesota had a hard time stacking up the box against him, and he just had great success. So I would take Gibbs. Defensively, I'm going to turn this around a little bit. I would take Kansas City's defense this week because right now with the Raiders, sorry Don, with the Raiders kind of depleted right now, demoralized and confused. This is going to be a heyday for Chris Jones and the gang. So now with the acquisition of DeAndre Hopkins, that's going to give the defense even more of an initiative to get the offense back on the field and rally up the points. All right, Driz and Lowe's Players of the Week. Don, who do you nominate?
It's been a lot of good performances, but I'm gonna have to go with David Montgomery because he helped run with Jahmyr Gibbs in that game and was running it up. And defensively, it's kind of hard. You kind of run through the people.
yeah. I don't have anyone for defense. I can't think of.
Hard.
I'm thinking like good defenses overall. You know, Steelers had a great defense. Defensive outing, I thought, on Sunday night, Monday, whenever they played. I can't. It was at night. I know that.
Chris, I'm gonna pick your third favorite team, the Baltimore Ravens defense. Humphreys. He had 2 interceptions against the Buccaneers. Offensively, you got to hand it to Lamar and Derrick Henry. Yeah.
Lamar was going to be my throw.
What a showcase they performed, and they are just dangerous. Yeah. And so, yes, I'm going to nominate pretty much the Baltimore Ravens team itself. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick pause. Thank our following sponsors.
With spring here and all the storms on their way, you need to make sure you have the proper home, auto, and all your properties insured. We here at Razor Cut Information just can't get enough of our favorite insurance man, Ernie Ruelas. Please visit Ernie and his State Farm agency at 11330 East Central Avenue, Suite 400, Wichita, Kansas, 316-682-2300. Thank you so much, Ernie.
Let's kick off Week 8 with the Thursday night game. We have the Skull Minnesota Vikings going against the Ram Jams of the Los Angeles Rams. Chris, who are you taking?
Let's see. This is Vikings at the Rams. It's 3-point spread. Vikings are the underdog. I think I would probably go, let's see.
I see.
This is a little tough. I think I'm going to go Vikings. Coming off the loss, I think they're going to be fired up. The Rams, they're an average team, but I think the Vikings will be fired up and are seeming to be a little bit of a really good team. So I'm going to go Vikings away.
I'm also going to go Vikings right now because looking at how the Rams even played against the Raiders, they couldn't seem to move the ball very well. You get after Matthew Stafford, it makes it tough for him because even with Kyron Williams, if he can't get the ball out, they get I do believe they get Cooper Kupp back this week, but I don't think it's going to be enough, overcome for the Vikings defense.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Vikings as well. They're just primed offensively and defensively. And with that loss that they had against Detroit, this is going to give them a blueprint to keep going throughout the season when they get their revenge against Detroit again. So I'm going to take Minnesota. Next up, we have the Jets. Jets. Who are you taking down against the New England Patriots? Who are you taking?
I got to roll with the Jets because they're going to get it together this week against New England. I don't see New England doing much of anything right now.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Jets. They're right now they are 7-point favorites. I think I'd take the Patriots in that bet with the spread. I don't think it's going to be that big a game. They're still division rivals. It's going to be a hard-fought game. I think Aaron Rodgers is not as good as he once was, and he puts all the pressure on everybody else around him rather than taking it like a quarterback should. But, I think they're going to have enough, though, to get the Patriots this week. So I'm going to have the Jets going.
I'm going to take the Jets as well. I mean, we're just watch Devontae Adams get a little bit more reps in, and Garrett Wilson right now is going to show. I wouldn't let him go yet. He's still, besides being a little inconsistent, but overall they have the weapons. On paper, there's no reason why they should be sucking, but I mean that's Aaron Rodgers for you. So I will take the Jets. Now we have an interesting game coming up. We have the Arizona Cardinals going against Flipper in the game. The Miami Dolphins. Don, who are you taking?
I think with Tua coming back, I'm going to have to give the edge to Miami because Tyreek's finally going to have his quarterback back to get him the ball, and Jalen Waddle on the other side, so I'm going to have to roll with Miami.
I did not realize Tua was coming back. Is that for sure?
As long as he passes,
I thought he still has to pass some tests.
They said it's looking good for him to pass those tests, so now if somehow he doesn't.
Yeah,
then
that would be my key because right now the Dolphins are 3.5 point favorites, which is probably considering that they believe that Tua will be back. If he is back, I would say that they could win that. If he's not, though, I think it's a Cardinals game.
I would go with Cardinals.
So that's definitely something to watch on that report there before the game start at noon, or 1 Eastern.
So that's going to be kind of a limbo game to decide who's going to get it.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. You said it right off the back. It's got to be if Tua comes back and they can protect him, if he can just remember the protocol to just fall down, don't be a hero.
I can be your hero, baby.
You know, you're not Enrique Iglesias, brother. You can't be a hero on this one, man. You got to protect yourself. So if you play smart, you're going to win. I'll take Miami. But if he's not playing, it's going to be Arizona. So we got to that's a tough one. We have the AFC North showdown. We have them dirty birds of the Baltimore Ravens and Squawkers. Squawk! Going against the Dog Pound, Cleveland Browns. Don, who are you taking?
Baltimore all the way.
Yeah, Baltimore's. Oh, I was reading it wrong. I thought it said 5.5. They're 9.5 point favorites. That makes more sense. I think I would still take that. I think they're going to win at least by 10, if not more. Jameis Winston, they've said, is going to be starting. Who knows what's going to happen, but there's just not much on the offensive side of that ball, and the defense hasn't been playing like they did last year at all. So I will definitely go Ravens.
I'm going to take the Ravens as well, but Cleveland's going to have to dive in the book, especially with Chubb coming back. He did have a touchdown last week, but they're playing him real limited. And also as well, with the quarterback change, this is an opportunity for Elijah Moore. So if you don't have Elijah Moore in your fantasy, it's someone to consider. I wouldn't put him as your top one. I would do is see if you have some people that are on your bye week and you need somebody, I'd vouch for him because I feel he's going to get more looks because, you know, he's going to have to make a name for himself. So I'm going to go ahead and take Baltimore as well. Next up, we have in AFC South showdown, round 2. We have the Indianapolis Colts going against the Houston Texans. Who are you taking, Chris?
I think I'm going to take the Colts in this in an upset. Yeah, I think so. They are 5.5 point underdogs. I think I would take that bet either way because even if the Texans win, I think it'll be a close game, 3 points or so. But I'm going to go with the Colts to upset. Richardson having his second week back, getting back into the run of things, the middle of things. So, and Texans just haven't been as scary as we thought they were going to be at the beginning of the year. They've definitely had some weaknesses. So,
I think I'm going to take Houston on this one.
it's the safe one.
Richardson, as much as I've tried to believe him, has not been very consistent, even with the few weeks he's back. So it's like, he's just like, he hasn't really shown me nothing. He can really move the ball. So I'm going to have to go with Houston on this one.
I'm going to take Houston as well. And you said weakness. One of the key weaknesses, their secondary. They have no defense on the secondary. And the problem is when they go against quality teams, they struggle. And Green Bay took them to the limit, and they just couldn't handle it. And the deal is that offensively, for Houston to do something, they're just going to have to run the scoreboard. That's pretty much going to be the story of their lives this year, unless they go into the draft, make some trades. But the thing is that defensively, they're not scaring anybody. And so they're able to be challenged. And right now, I feel they're going to still run with the crown and get the AFC South. But once we start talking playoffs, this is when things get scary. So for now, I'm going to take Houston. Next up, we have the Tennessee Titans going against Detroit's finest, the Detroit Lions. Don, who you taking?
Got to roll with Detroit. They just got too many weapons offensively. And defensively, they still look good without Hutchinson. So, and right now, Tennessee, they just traded D-Hop, so I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I think Tennessee, it seems like, has gone just total rebuild mode. They are 10.5 point underdogs. that'd be a tough bet to take, but I might even take the Lions as 10.5-point favorites in this game. It could be just a massacre. So definitely going Lions to win, though.
You mean like a mauling?
A mauling.
Like Rhino just comes out of nowhere and
A big roar and just...
yeah.
destruction.
No, Don's trying to be like Schnarf. All right. No, I'll take the Lions. There's just no way around it. They're just high caliber team, and overall, they're just a fun team to watch. That Honolulu Blue going on right now is just crazy. It's Detroit Lions mania going on right now. So we'll take Detroit. Next up, we have an NFC South showdown. We have the Atlanta Falcons going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Chris, who are you taking?
Tampa Bay are 2.5-point favorites at home. I think I would take that bet. I believe Tampa Bay is going to win this game. I know they had a pretty rough showing against a very good Ravens team last week. I feel like the first half was pretty close. Then the Ravens just kind of took over that second half, and Derrick Henry really and just ran over them and opened it up for Lamar. But I think the Bucs. I know Chris Godwin is out now. He got hurt.
So is Mike Evans.
Oh, Mike Evans is out as well. I did not know that. That might change me up then. Maybe I will go Falcons. Yeah, I think I will. Thank you for that information.
I'm also got to go with the Falcons because of that information. But their top two receivers out.
Yeah, that's
I don't
tough.
think McMillan and Sterling Shepard is going to be enough for Baker Mayfield. And their running back situation is really not, strong enough. So I'm going to have to take Atlanta on this one.
I'm going to take Atlanta as well. I just feel they're going to be depleted, and it's going to be a shootout. And this is where Kirk Cousins is going to have to strive and just be able to kind of get the ball out, because right now Atlanta and Tampa Bay are the top team. So they're going to be fighting for that division. And so far, it looks like Atlanta's a little bit more equipped offensively than Tampa Bay. But Tampa Bay is still a great team. They did a great job against Baltimore in the first two quarters. And then after that, the Ravens, they ran with it, and that's scary. So I'm going to go ahead and take Atlanta on this one. We have the New Orleans Saints going against the True Bolts, Los Angeles Chargers. Chris, who are you taking?
Ooh, this is tough. Saints traveling. Well, it's actually not tough, really, when I think about it. Saints traveling across the country. Still no Derek Carr. I think this is one the Chargers, they're supposed to win for sure in this. They're 7.5-point favorites. That's a pretty big line, in my opinion, for this game. But I would say that they're going to win.
I'm also going with the Chargers, just the same as Chris. Yeah, without Derek Carr, they really can't run that offense efficiently enough, and that defense, I don't think it's really stopping anybody.
So disappointed that they lost to the Cardinals. I mean, that made no sense. And right now, but we can expect this from the Chargers. I mean, they don't really got anybody. And right now, Herbert right now still trying to find a way to get this team rallied up. I'm going to go ahead. I'll take the Chargers on this one, barely. And, yeah, it's not going to be an interesting game. Next up, we have the Welcome to the Jungle, Chris's team, the Cincinnati Bengals. They're going against the Philadelphia Eagles. Chris, who are you taking?
This Cincinnati is actually a 1.5-point favorite at home. Not a big spread at all, which is kind of expected. They're pretty evenly matched, I would say, teams at this point in the game. I'm going to go, of course, with my hometown Cincinnati Bengals, as usual. But it's going to be a tough game. Obviously, we got to stop Saquon, and we've got to shut down AJ. I think if Jalen Hurts gets a few runs, that's okay, but got to keep AJ Brown shut down and stop that run. So if they can do that, I see that easily being a 1.5, maybe 3-point win.
I'm going to have to go with the Eagles on this one. Both sides do have dynamic receivers on both sides. They just have the better running back, and I feel their defensive front's a lot better than Cincinnati, so that's what gives them the edge. And it might turn into a shootout, but I got Eagles.
Here's the thing with the Eagles. I'm not afraid of their defense. Their defense is not as scary, and this is something where Burrow can torture them, especially with Higgins. You got Higgins and Chase, and if they can get that ball rolling, and then how you say his name? I keep forgetting his name. Losavas. How you say his name?
Yoshivas. Andre Yoshivas.
Here's the deal. He needs to get more involved. He's
Yeah.
sneaky. He's a sneaky little slot receiver.
That was very sneaky of you.
Someone needs to give him an opportunity. But I just feel that the Eagles overall, they just got, and especially if what's his name, Devontae Smith, if he can get involved, because last week he wasn't really involved because it was all going to A.J. Brown that way. But if he gets involved, it's going to be a headache for the Bengals. I'm going to take the Eagles on this game. Mm-hmm. Next up, we have Chiefs Kingdom. Kansas City Chiefs going against the Commitment to Excellence.
Raider Nation.
Raider Nation, stand up.
All right, Don. Go for it.
Hey, I'm still rolling my Raiders. I can't pick against them.
There you go. That's what I like to hear.
I'll let everybody else pick the Chiefs, but I'm rolling my Raiders because we did give them their last loss.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give it to them again.
Kansas City, of course, is the favorite. 9.5 points. That's a pretty big spread. I don't think that's going to happen. I would take the Vegas Raiders in the spread game because I think that it'll be closer than 9.5 points. It's still a divisional game. Mm-hmm. They play them hard, even if they can't quite manage the win. I'm going to go Chiefs.
I'm going to take the Chiefs as well. The thing with the Raiders, and Don and I, we've talked about this quite a bit, they got to open up the playbook. They're going to have to use everybody's strengths, find what will work, and move the chains. Because right now, and correct me if I'm wrong, Raider fans, please like and subscribe first of all, and put your comments down below. You know it, I know it, Las Vegas knows it, the Raider Nation knows it, even Don knows it.
Are you sure about that?
You guys are playing very one-dimensional, and I'm not even an expert, but it's obvious going week in, week out. I've watched the trend, and we're noticing how you guys are playing. You're going against the Super Bowl team that likes to be creative and just do what they got to do. And the thing is that you guys are at home. Have some pride, you guys. Come on.
Come on. Come on. Kill me. I'm here. Kill me.
Come on. Let's do something. But I'm going to take the Chiefs. Next up, we have Bills Mafia, the Buffalo Bills, going against the Seattle Seahawks. I don't have a screech sound, but we're working on that. Chris, who you taking?
Let's see. We got Bills as 3-point favorites all the way across the country to Seattle. And I got to say, Seattle's kind of sneaky good. I do think the Bills will win this. That's a pretty good spread, though. I would leave this game alone if it was me betting on spreads, but I would go Bills to win. See, it's hard when you start thinking about it, isn't it?
I want to say Bills, but Seattle came off that victory last week, who I never would have thought they contain Atlanta like that. But it is, Josh Allen and the Bills, and they did just acquire Amari Cooper. So
who they started using.
Exactly. So I'm going to have to give Bills slight edge.
I just feel the Bills are more equipped. Again, it goes for the fact that Josh Allen can torch this defense. Offensively, Geno Smith is inconsistent. DK's still reliable. But you've noticed like Tyler Lockett hasn't done much. Noah Fant hasn't done much. Kenneth Walker, some games he's super good. Some games he's not doing anything. And it's just too much inconsistencies. And the thing is with the Bills, they want to be able to attack and score. And what they need is also their tight ends is Kincaid and Knox. They need to step up as well. So something needs to go on there. But the Bills are on the right track right now, especially acquiring Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is a great weapon to have because he's an aggressive wide receiver. I will take the Buffalo Bills on this game. All right, we have the Carolina Panthers going against the Mile High Denver Broncos. Who are you taking, Chris?
Broncos are 9.5-point favorites. That's again 9.5. That's a big spread in football. But they might just hit that because Carolina. Well, first a shout out to Andy Dalton and his family. Hope that they recover fine. They were in a car accident. His whole family with him, kids, wife, kids. So hopefully so he's not playing this week because he had a thumb injury, probably holding the wheel and got jammed when he was But so he won't be playing this week. So that means Bryce Young's back out. And you're welcome, Denver.
Lucky you.
There you go. That might be your 10-point win right there. But I'm going to go Denver in the Mile High.
I'm going to go with Carolina.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Got him! Got him!
I was like, wow.
I just had to ask him, it's got to be Denver because Carolina has demonstrated they can't seem to pull out a win except the one time against the Raiders, but I just don't understand how they have not been able to string any more wins. So I'm going with Denver on this one.
It just sucks to see an organization like Carolina just go down the hill. And right now, I know with them letting go of DJ Moore, it was a year or two ago, and then them just trying to just get right back into it. I mean, Carolina looks like they're going to be a rebuilding team for quite a while until they can start getting the pieces together. And with Denver, offensively, they need to figure something out because they're just not clicking at all. In that game against the Chargers, we got exposed big time. And we were beating everybody because it was our defense that was doing it. But this time, the defense can only do so much. And if you have no offense, you're just going to wear and tear the defense. And the defense is just going to get tired and depleted. I'm going to take Denver on this game. We have a classic. Would have been interesting, but it's not that interesting because of injuries. We have them boys, the Dallas Cowboys, going against the Gold Rush of the San Francisco 49ers. Chris, who are you taking?
We got the 49ers are 4.5-point favorites at home. I think they're going to pull this one out. I think it might actually be a little closer than that, though. But, yeah, I think the 49ers are going to win this one.
Yeah, 49ers are going to barely pull this off because without Brandon Ayuk, it's going to be tough.
That's where I'm like,
and Chris Debo, Debo Samuel, he just came off with pneumonia, so I don't think he's going to play.
Yeah, it takes a while to get back from that.
So I'm still going to give San Francisco the slight edge because it's at home, but because Dallas right now, they're just not playing together. So I'm not giving San Francisco.
Oh, this is a tricky one. Defensively, Kansas City just manhandled the 49ers. Was able to go in their home, just take their soul. Just went in there, took it, put it in the bag, and just said, all right, we'll see you. Not in the Super Bowl, not anytime soon. Dallas is gonna have to turn something around. They're coming off a bye week, and this is a statement game. So I'm gonna take Dallas. I'm gonna go there. I think Dallas needs this. If Dallas loses, they are in trouble. Like what we said last show, they've got a hard schedule coming up, and it's not going to get any better. And so they need this win because if not, we're going to have to hear Jerry Jones. We're going to have to hear him again. And oh boy, let's see what excuse he tells us this time.
Exactly.
We have the Monday night game. We have the New York Giants, the G-Men, going against the Iron Curtain. Chris's second favorite team. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Don, who take it?
I got to roll with Pittsburgh on this one because, the way Russell Wilson came out and got him rolling, I don't see how you can't get it against the Giants defense.
Steelers are 6.5-point favorites at home. I think they can blow that out of the water. The Giants are just horrible. I think that the Steelers defense alone is going to probably win the game by more than 6.5 points, just taking all the offensive points off the board. So I'm going to go Steelers.
Steelers as well. I mean, there's just no way around it. The Steelers are a better equipped team for that again. The only thing they're not excited offensively. They're not exciting. They're just, whatever. It's the defense, especially watching Watt go out there, do his thing. And then you've got that new, what's his name? I can't say his name. Beanie. What's his name? He's a corner. He's stepping up. He's a good player. He had 2 interceptions against Rodgers. So, yeah, he's a fun player to watch as well. Game of the Week is brought to you by Prime Nutrition. Visit our friend JT for all your supplemental needs. We have the Chicago Bears, going against the Washington Commanders. John, who take it?
I'm going to have to give the Bears a slight edge because they have a better defense. And right now, we're not sure if Jaden Daniels is going to play because of that rib injury. So I'm going to have to give the edge to Chicago.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. If Daniels isn't in there, Mariota he is what he is, and it's not much. He never has taken that next step in the NFL. okay for a backup, maybe can pull a win out of a game, but this won't be it. So I'm going to go the Bears.
Brett, I'm rooting for you, bro. I am. I really am. We're gonna do this. We're gonna see this through. I'm gonna take the Commanders because the gameplay is gonna change. I don't think McLaurin's gonna get as much looks this time around, and it's gonna be more, especially with Mariota if he's starting. We're gonna see more Zach Ertz, and then we're gonna see Robinson running the ball. So this is where they need to be because Chicago's defense have stepped up, and they're looking scary. Chicago finally somehow found the light, and they're trying to go for it. So Chicago's going to be a tough game, but if they can pull this off, I'll have confidence. So we'll take the Commanders. Let's go ahead and take a quick pause and thank our following sponsors.
Well, I don't know about you folks, but here at Sportsfellas, things can get, well, a nice right funk going on sometimes. And in that time of need, we turn to our friend Kimberly Sampson, our own personal Cincy independent consultant. She is our favorite star consultant, so for your scent needs, get a hold of Kimberly at heavenlyscentswithkim@gmail.com or visit her website, heavenlyscentswithkim.cincy.us. You can also call her at 316-282-7363. That's Kimberly Sampson at Cincy, our favorite independent consultant.
And the show's coming up. Bruh.
I don't know.
Bro, talk to me, Chris.
Well, man, I was trying to think on this one, and I just don't know of what are New York Jets doing, listening and just doing every little thing Aaron Rodgers wants, and it's not working. I'm sorry. You fire your coach because he wants him. You pull this guy off the street because you want to pull this guy off this team. Trade. I don't even know what they gave for Adams, but it's gonna be too much because it's just gonna blow up on him, and they just keep, and then Aaron Rodgers saying it's not his fault. His receivers are running the wrong routes. I mean, what kind of bro? I don't know, man. Let him go. You got to send him off to Minnesota like you did with Favre.
Man, I don't know. Is like, what's going on with the Cowboys organization? Jerry Jones can't keep seeming to come up with all these excuses of why they didn't want to take Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry each week keeps proving to him why they should have went after him to create a running game to make it better for CeeDee Lamb. So I don't know if he's getting old age or whatever, but he needs to find him a general manager that knows how to manage football and knows football, and he stick to the business side. Because right now, him trying to do both roles, it's not working, man.
I'm going to say the Houston Texans. Right now, defensively, D'Amico, you got to get your defense. But you're a defensive-minded type of dude. You're going to have to talk to these guys. Learn how to cover. Learn what you need to do. Because that game against Green Bay, you had them, and then you just let them come back and creep up and beat you. You let McManus get a score. Come on, really? McManus had to score a field goal, and you just let Green Bay feeling real good about themselves. So we need you to, Coach Ryans, we need you to kind of step up on that. Okay, you guys, it's that time. Let's go ahead and shut the lights off. Pick what kind of scent you want. That's going to relax and stimulate your brain. This guy. All right, we're tuning into the Quiet Pillow Football Talk. All right, Chris, what's on your mind?
Well, as I'm laying down, hoping to go off to dreamland, I just see the Chiefs sending me the nightmares again.
Oh, keep dreaming.
Now they pick up their dream option wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins. So
Options.
I know their dreams are settling in for them. Finally got a real wide receiver for Mahomes to throw to, and I guess everyone else's nightmares are just starting. So,
Man, what's going on with the Jets, man? They finally got their receiver they wanted, and look what happened against the Steelers. I mean, like it was mentioned earlier, Aaron Rodgers is just not taking no responsibility.
Step up.
It's like they thought they were about to start, flying high in the air, like the other Jets.
You flying high.
But for right now, they're crashing and burning. And it's like, what's going on? Y'all supposed to have a team that's supposed to be representing the AFC East. Right now, y'all just fluttering and smoking down and dying right now.
Rescue me.
Like, what's the deal? Y'all better wake up. Come on.
Get into the game.
Otherwise, y'all ain't gonna make it.
Nowhere. Okay, guys. Well, here's the deal. I woke up. I was just telling myself, I need to get shredded like lettuce. I need to hit the weights. I'm trying to look good. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to look nice. Seeking validation. So I got up, threw on my 49er shirt on, hit the reps. I grabbed those 5 pound, 10 pounds. I was curling. I thought I was doing something. I was getting cramps. I was like, man, I need a protein shake. I was like, you know what? I'm trying to be like that guy, Malik Mustafa. But then I see this jabroni, Pat Mahomes, with the dad bod, not even working out. He just got out of Whataburger, and he ran all over him. I'm like, then why am I lifting all these weights? Why am I trying to look good? He's setting an example. The dad bod. He's proven a point to us. He's telling us, just love yourself. Knock him over. So that just made me think, like, what am I doing? Why am I here? Why am I lifting these weights? Now the creatine got me all bloated. I don't even know what to do. But it's okay. Because I'm just dreaming away like Venezuelans. I'm just dreaming. That's all I'm doing. Also, real quick, another thing I wanted to say. The Buccaneers. Monday night. Let the birds come in the home. And the Buccaneers just lost, hurt, depleted. That's not the way to go. That's just not the way to go. All right, let's tune up the lights. Wake up. All right. Oh, yes. Oh, I had a nightmare. All right. All right.
Hey.
The last word of Don. Hey, gotta, pump up the game for the Sunflower Showdown right now. For my Jayhawks to go take on the K-State Kitty Cats. I do believe that the KU coming off that win against Houston, I think they got it together. And I'm pulling for the upset right now for the KU to win the Sunflower Showdown this Saturday night at 7 o'clock. They got it.
I'd like to see that happen. I'd like to see that happen a lot. Last word today is for you Philly fans. I'm sorry, but it doesn't start for you guys this week. The Tigers are going to eat your little birds right up. That is the last word.
National Geographic. Rated R. Oh, my last word. Hey, well, like I said, congratulations to the Dodgers and the Yankees for making it to the World Series. Congratulations to the New York Liberty. They won their first title, beating the Minnesota Lynx. Man, that's my team, the Lynx. I like the Lynx. But it's okay. Hey, the Liberty finally got one. Hey, congrats. Also, congratulations on the ring ceremony for the Boston Celtics defeating my team, the Dallas Mavericks. That was a great ceremony. Watching them win, and so far, if I'm not mistaken, Don, they got one up on you, don't they, on titles?
Yeah, they
just
do.
ask it. Just
one more.
Just check.
Didn't need to be reminded.
Technical difficulties. But no. But indeed, another thing that I wanted to say, last word is that definitely. We know for a fact that we have a lot of things been going on around, especially with people with elections and all that going on. And so, we don't talk politics here, and we're never going to do that. All I'm just saying is, you guys, just
keep it cool.
Keep it cool. I don't know. I'm trying to get some words of encouragement. I don't do all that, but just handle your business. That's all I'm saying. Also, too, I want to say that we do have a drawing. So stay tuned real quick. We're going to come right back and we're going to announce the winners. The winner of the drawing for a gift certificate to the Rally House or to Superstar Sports is Marty.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yes. Good job, Marty. That's all you got to do, you guys. You just got to like and subscribe. Tell us who's your favorite team, and we'll do weekly drawings. And then the name goes in for the month. So, if, for example, if the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl again, Don, if they go again, and they rally up these wins, they're going to get a nice prize. So, any shout-outs before we go, Don?
Hey, just here talking sports with y'all and Hey, for everybody out there and going to vote, just keep it easy. Don't everybody's choice is their own. Just keep it simple. Just be civil. Respect everybody's choices.
I just want to say a quick shout out to all the friends and family overall, and then everyone that loves their football team. Also to all our first responders as well. Everybody that works in all work fields, from aircraft to cooking to janitorial work to engineering to office to banks, you name it. Anybody that tunes into our show, we appreciate you that you taking the time and listen to us. Until then, stay tuned. We're going to be doing Wichita Vice. We're coming back in Silver Cosmo movie reviews. We will talk about Venom, The Last Dance. Until then, we're out.